Quran Translation in English, Part 94. Chapter 21. The Prophets, Al-Anbiya, 58-112. So he smashed them into pieces, except the biggest of them, so they might turn to it for answers. His people's reaction. They protested, "Who dared do this to our gods? It must be an evildoer." Some said, "We heard a young man, called Abraham, speaking ill of them." They demanded, "Bring him before the eyes of the people, so that they may witness his trial." They asked, "Was it you who did this to our gods, O Abraham?" He replied sarcastically, "No, this one, the biggest of them, did it." So ask them, if they can talk. So they came back to their senses, saying to one another, "You yourselves are truly the wrongdoers." Then they quickly regressed to their original mindset, arguing, "You already know that those idols cannot talk." He rebuked them, "Do you then worship, instead of Allah, what can neither benefit nor harm you in any way? Shame on you and whatever you worship instead of Allah. Do you not have any sense?" They concluded, "Burn him up to avenge your gods, if you must act." Abraham prevails. We ordered, "O fire, be cool and safe for Abraham." They had sought to harm him, but we made them the worst losers. Then we delivered him, along with Lot, to the land we had showered with blessings for all people. And we blessed him with Isaac as a son and Jacob as a grandson, as an additional favor, making all of them righteous. We also made them leaders, guiding by our command, and inspired them to do good deeds, establish prayer, and pay alms tax. And they were devoted to our worship. Prophet Lot. And to Lot we gave wisdom and knowledge, and delivered him from the society engrossed in shameful practices. They were certainly an evil, rebellious people. And we admitted him into our mercy, for he was truly one of the righteous. Prophet Noah. And remember when Noah had cried out to us earlier, so we responded to him and delivered him and his family from the great distress. And we made him prevail over those who had rejected our signs. They were truly an evil people, so we drowned them all. Prophet David and Prophet Solomon. And remember when David and Solomon passed judgment regarding the crops ruined at night by someone's sheep, and we were witness to their judgments. We guided young Solomon to a fairer settlement, and granted each of them wisdom and knowledge. We subjected the mountains as well as the birds to him our praises along with David. It is we who did it all. We taught him the art of making body armor to protect you in battle. Will you then be grateful? And to Solomon we subjected the raging winds, blowing by his command to the land we had showered with blessings. It is we who know everything. And we subjected some jinn that dived for him, and performed other duties. It is we who kept them in check. Prophet Job. And remember when Job cried out to his Lord, "I have been touched with adversity, and you are the most merciful of the merciful." So we answered his prayer and removed his adversity, and gave him back his family, twice as many, as a mercy from us and a lesson for the devoted worshippers. More prophets. And remember Ishmael, Enoch, and Ulkifl. They were all steadfast. We admitted them into our mercy, for they were truly of the righteous. Prophet Jonah. And remember when the man of the whale stormed off from his city in a rage, thinking we would not restrain him. Then in the veils of darkness he cried out, "There is no God worthy of worship except you. Glory be to you, I have certainly done wrong." So we answered his prayer and rescued him from anguish. And so do we save the true believers. Prophet Zechariah. And remember when Zechariah cried out to his Lord, "My Lord, do not leave me childless, though you are the best of successors." So we answered his prayer, granted him John, and made his wife fertile. Indeed, they used to race in doing good, and call upon us with hope and fear, totally humbling themselves before us. Prophet Jesus and his mother. And remember the one who guarded her chastity, so we breathed into her through our angel, Gabriel, making her and her son a sign for all peoples. One way. O prophets. Indeed, this religion of yours is only one, and I am your Lord, so worship me alone. Yet the people have divided it into sects. But to us they will all return. So whoever does good and is a believer will never be denied the reward for their striving, for we are recording it all. The people of hell. It is impossible for a society which we have destroyed to ever rise again, until after Gog and Magog have broken loose from the barrier, swarming down from every hill, ushering in the true promise. Then, behold, the disbelievers will stare in horror, crying, "Oh, woe to us! We have truly been heedless of this. In fact, we have been wrongdoers." Certainly you disbelievers and whatever you worship instead of Allah will be the fuel of hell. You are all bound to enter it. Had those idols been true gods, they would not have entered it. And they will be there forever. In it they will groan, and will not be able to hear. The people of paradise. Surely those for whom we have destined the finest reward will be kept far away from hell, not even hearing the slightest hissing from it. And they will delight forever in what their souls desire. The supreme horror of that day will not disturb them, and the angels will greet them, saying, "This is your day, which you have been promised. On that day we will roll up the heavens like a scroll of writings. Just as we produced the first creation, so shall we reproduce it. That is a promise binding on us. We truly uphold our promises. Surely, following the heavenly record, we decreed in the scriptures, my righteous servants shall inherit the land." Advice for the Prophet. Surely this Quran is sufficient as a reminder for those devoted to worship. We have sent you, O Prophet, only as a mercy for the whole world. Say, what has been revealed to me is this: your God is only one God. Will you then submit? If they turn away, then say, I have warned you all equally. I do not know if what you are threatened with is near or far. Allah surely knows what you say openly and whatever you hide. I do not know if this delay is possibly a test for you and an enjoyment for a while. In the end, the Prophet said, My Lord, judge between you in truth. And our Lord is the most compassionate, whose help is sought against what you claim.